Hey guys, hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Shitij, aka the Rustic Wanderer. In the previous vlog you saw I hopped on a flight and flew via Delhi to come down to Chennai, down south. And in this vlog I'll tell you more about what is it that I'm doing, where I'm staying and what's been happening for the past couple of days. Stay tuned and enjoy the vlog. So I'm actually visiting IIT Madras or IIT Chennai, as some people also call it. The name changed over the years, and I'm staying in their guest house on campus. So it's 7:30 a.m. freshened up. So I'm going to go down to the mess and have some breakfast, and then show you around the campus. So this is basically my room. I'm on the first floor, and then this is the view right outside the room. There's a badminton court, some open area, and that's today there are a lot of monkeys enjoying life here, and even yesterday over there I saw a deer. Money guest house, which is where I'm staying. So on this side is the residential area, this side is the reception and mess area, and behind there are also some other rooms on this side. So let's go in here and enjoy some breakfast. The monkeys, the babies are messing around, pulling each other's tail and jumping from that roof over to this tree. Okay, let's go for breakfast. Let them have their fun time. Now let's start walking around the campus and see what is there to see. I just saw the map at the reception. There are some lakes and some nice areas to explore. Let's see if I can find them. So I'm walking in the student hostel area. That's why behind me there is a shopping kind of area. They have lots of bank ATMs. There is this shopping mart, I think it's called Prime Mart, which is a one-stop solution for all your daily needs, so you can buy your stuff here. I hear there is another kind of similar mart here, so you can go there, and lots of ATMs everywhere, so it's pretty convenient. This campus was actually built in the 1950s, so it's one of the oldest IITs, spanning across 700 acres. That's why you have this shuttle buses running every couple of minutes all the way to the main gate. So I'll go there in a bit. For the moment, just exploring around, try to see what's on the hostel side. Have a lot of messes for students on different floors. From the inside they more or less look the same, but I think the menu is slightly different across different restaurants. Look at that, that's a black buck. It's a bit rarer compared to the spotted deer, and it's just looking at the, I don't know, it's looking at something. It doesn't want to look over here. This is so cool. I've never seen a black buck or a spotted deer from this close before. Black bucks might be really shy, so you might not be able to get close to them, but at least the spotted deer, you could easily touch them. They're more friendly. Guess they're more used to humans now. This guy seems alone. I don't see the family. Okay, enjoy your life. This is one of the many student hostels on campus. I think this one's called Godavari. It's really cool. Most of their campus restaurants and hostels and buildings are named after one or the other mountains from the Himalayan range. So sometimes it's counterintuitive. You have no idea what that building is supposed to be, but I guess the students here are very familiar with what they are. So for me, I can't really tell the difference between a hostel and a cafeteria. Takes a while to get used to it. If any IIT Madras alums are watching this vlog, what is this building supposed to be? Is it your admin building for the alums, or what's this supposed to do for the alumni association? Let me know in the comments below. Not just mountains from the Himalayan ranges, these are also like the prominent water bodies as well, like the Ganges and the river streams. So this one is a Ganga hostel. So since there are so many of these places, they have to derive names from different areas. So mountain ranges and water bodies does it here. It's cool how these different hostel buildings have different color schemes, and this Mandakini one is yellowish and looks more newer and cleaner than the rest of them. Might be a new building. So it looks like there's another entry exit point towards the south side near the hostels that connects you to the outside world. So you go up that ramp and then you're out and about in the city side, I suppose. Don't want to exit the campus, so I'm gonna start heading back and go to the other sides of the campus. Yesterday during one of my meetings, I learned that this campus is integrated with a national forest, which is why there is all this lush greenery around, and the humidity kind of makes it feel like you're walking in the middle of an Amazon forest. But it's because of that it's all green, and you see all these endangered species walking around wild and free. There's no disturbance, and that's why most of the people prefer taking a bike or scooties or those kind of vehicles to move around. So walking is it takes quite a while. And I also see some foreigners on campus, which is a great feeling. There are visitors from all around the world over here. You see there's a whole family of spotted deers just chilling in the shade, and there's a monkey family over there playing in the woods. It's a cool feeling. Never imagined an IIT campus to be so full of life. And some of these spotted deers are pretty young, some are mature, some are friendly to humans, some are a bit shy. Such a great feeling to be around nature and wildlife. Yeah, this guy is pretty chill. I guess they are used to being around humans and the flies are disturbing them, but otherwise they're mostly having a fun time. And that's a monkey hopping around, and it's all natural habitat for them. Never been around wildlife on an academic campus before. Great job IIT Madras. Walking around, I made it back to my guest house area, and right across the street is the sports complex. So behind me you could see the red sand tennis courts, and this is gym, table tennis, and like kind of indoor sports kind of things here. Swimming pool, I think I saw a board on the way, was a bit separate, but here is more like athletics, basketball, tennis kind of area. And now I'm gonna continue walking towards the main gate because I want to take the thumbnail with the IIT Madras emblem there at the main entrance. My father tells me that a couple of years ago when we were in Chennai, I did take a photo with that emblem and at the entrance gate. I have no memory, so the best way to kind of recover from that is to take a picture now and make it a thumbnail, so I remember forever that yeah, I was here. And so we're just gonna keep walking, and along the way I think I'm gonna stumble across a temple and a lake, which is nice. So I'm just gonna try and see what the views are like from there, and then go to the main gate, take a thumbnail, and get a good understanding of the campus overall, because I think I've done the exploration of the southern part now, towards the hostel side. Now let's go towards the residential side and the other areas of the main campus. This is the Department of Chemistry building. It's interesting. Department of Electrical and CS and stuff are behind this place. So yesterday I went for a meeting in the electrical department, mechanical department actually, and then it took me 10 odd minutes to walk from my guest house to the meeting venue. and I had to use Google Maps all the way to not get lost. This campus is that huge that you end up using Google Maps within the campus. It's actually not just a campus, it's more like a township. You have everything you need here, and over the course of discussions I learned that except for getting fuel, you can get everything within here, so you never have to leave the campus technically. If you don't even own a vehicle, everything is right here. So it's a plus or minus, like you don't get to see the outside world that often, but also the good thing is everything is close by, so you don't have to waste time in city traffic. This looks interesting. It's a student gate leading to some structure on the inside. So just out of curiosity, I'm trying to go in and see what's there. It's their open air theater, OAT for short. I think they do a lot of concerts, music events, or some events outdoors, so a lot of students can sit out here and attend easily. Nice. This is quite big. Reminds me of my trip to Greece. I saw some open air amphitheaters there too, mostly around Athens area at the Heritage Trail, and this kind of is equivalent to that. They're doing some renovations here, so let's keep moving. It's interesting that despite it being a weekend, a Saturday, there is still a lot of student activity everywhere. The students hopped on their bicycles going from one place to another. I guess some of them are also going to their departments and working, because student life, there is no concept of a weekend. You work whenever you have to. Reminds me of the good old days. Look at this banyan tree. It must be so old that the roots have come down and solidified so much that I can't even tell which one is the main stem anymore. That must be a really old one, but it's interesting. The roots are very symmetric and straight. Sometimes they go wild and crazy. This has no wavy roots. Nice. Oh wow, there's a coconut vendor on the street right here. Maybe on the way back to my hostel guest house, I'll grab a fresh tender coconut water. It's really hot and humid. Anyways, the way is that way. So we have another hostel, 2 hostels actually, and then the central library. We're going to skip the library for now and continue heading over that way first. So this right here is the Gajendra Circle with 2 elephants and a fountain on the top. This was another guest house, Bose-Einstein guest house. Looks pretty, it looks a bit better than the one that I'm in, but I guess the rooms are the same more or less on the inside. So anyways, the Gajendra Circle, as I was saying, was basically the landmark of IIT Madras campus, and every direction basically culminates over there. So it's the kind of central hub. So if you want to go to the teaching academic side or the main gate side or the hostel side, you're gonna pass by that area. So if you get lost, then just go there, reorient yourself and try and figure out which direction you're going. So I'm trying to go to the main gate first, try and take a thumbnail for the vlog. So this is the director's quarters. It's the director of IIT Madras lives. Pretty big campus for the director, but I guess they deserve it as well. They're a pretty senior ranking official of IIT. Nice. So this is their athletics track. I don't know if the GoPro can capture it, but over there in the distance some deer and black bucks are grazing at the moment. This is really nice, like a proper competitive athletics track. There's a temple on campus, I suppose is this way. Let's try and visit the temple. Looks like I got here at closing time. It's 10:15 a.m. I guess the priest just closed the gates, even the main gates. So I don't know what time is it open for public to visit. But anyways, I tried to visit and do the darshan from a distance, so that still counts. I keep seeing this fruit fallen all along the roads. I don't know what this is. It looks like a cross between an eggplant and a coconut, and it's like this on the inside. Since there are a lot of ants and lots of deers. I saw them eating this. I suppose it's sweet and tasty, but I don't know the name. If anybody does, feel free to comment down below and let me know what fruit is this. Found this heavy machinery. We use it to lay coal tar, so it's fed from here and then you lay it on the road first, and then you use a road roller to level the road after. I guess they are doing some sort of renovation of this road patch somewhere. I always wanted to sit in one of these road rollers and ride them for a bit, but I think you need special sort of skills and license to be able to do that. That was another temple, also seems closed. I think the priest is just setting it up, so I just saw it from the outside. I think this was the one I saw from the cab when we were headed to the guest house on the way. Looks really nice, typical architecture of the South Indian temples with the painted deities on the outside on the canopy. We don't have these kind of temples up north. Finally approaching the main gate where I wanted to take the thumbnail, so let's get that done and then we'll continue rest of the exploration of the campus. So I went all the way up there to take the thumbnail and now I'm coming back all the way. So this is the Lakeview Road to get to the lake, but because this is behind a residential area, the security guard said that the entry is not allowed. That shopping complex area was really cool. It had almost everything you would need: a barber, tailor, grocery stores, fresh fruits and vegetables, supermarket kind of place for supplies. So it was pretty convenient, and outside there were like small tea stalls as well, and vehicle mechanic kind of shop. So you literally don't have to leave the campus for almost anything, as I was told, so it sounds about right. Anyways, now is 11:30. I've already done 15k steps just by walking within the campus, so going back to the room to take a short break. Grab some coconut water finally. It's interesting, the prices here are at least 10 rupees cheaper compared to what we get up north. So the water only coconut up north costs around 50 rupees, and then the one with the slight amount of cream, coconut cream inside, costs around 60 rupees. Here I just had the one that you saw, the guy peeling, that had a small layer of cream inside, and that was only 50 rupees, and the water was very sweet, and the cream, it's actually very filling, so you should go for cream. But the trick is that you should go for a coconut with a thin layer of cream, so that you have both water and cream inside. Otherwise, if you go only for the cream one, then there is very little to no water inside, and it's not fun to have it that way, unless you only want to eat something. Just together with the cream, then it becomes like a fulfilling meal, so you can even use it as a meal replacement. Anyways, I have done, I think, almost 16k steps by now, little over 16k steps. So kind of starting to sweat. That's why it's very important to rehydrate, not just with water but with electrolytes, and coconut is really good for that. But it's slightly acidic in nature, so be careful not to kind of like, you know, gobble down coconut water after coconut water. So take it in moderation, but it's very important if you're in a humid climate like this, especially in South India where they grow here, so they are very budget friendly. And I think on the map I also saw a coconut plantation here on campus, so it might be that they are homegrown coconuts. I think the guy was asking something as pattivaya or something similar along those lines, which I don't understand what that means. So I politely said I don't know the language, and I paid and left. The guy smiled a little. I was an older kind of gentleman, and I don't expect them to speak English or Hindi. They speak only the local language, which for me is near impossible to understand. There is no similarity with Hindi whatsoever. So well, I tried my best to be polite. I hope it was okay for them. I guess it's more or less a very common occurrence, especially with the foreigners here. So it's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna rest up now, and I'll see you again in the next vlog where we'll try explore Chennai a little bit before I leave. So this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.